Welcome back to the KIMI KATO show with Jeremiah. We have a wonderful guest today, Sincere from Ryusenkei, a Japanese city pop band. They have an album just released called Illusion, and we just went out with the first track from Illusion called Super Generation and came back with Anata wa Toriko. So, Cynthia, thank you so much for coming on the show. I would love to talk about you first of all. Can you tell us how you got to become a singer-songwriter?
Yes, well, it was like you mentioned before, it was this year that I joined Ryusenkei. And before that, I've been a singer-songwriter, a solo singer-songwriter since 2021. And yeah, my solo project is very much different from Ryusenkei. It's more, I started with an R&B pop style, and I'm still doing that as I'm doing Ryusenkei at the same time. But yeah, singing I've been doing since high school, I think. I started writing songs when I was in high school, and after university, oh yeah, so I was born and raised in Kansai, which is quite
Mm,
far from Tokyo.
the west
And
side of Japan.
yes, and after I graduated university, which was also in Kansai, I didn't really have any plans, but I just decided to come to Tokyo. And here I am somehow.
Nice. You're
As a
making yourself a
singer-songwriter.
career as a singer-songwriter. Well, congratulations. What got you, who inspired you to become a singer-songwriter?
Well, I've been listening to Prince and Arrested Development since I was young, and they were, yeah, what I listened to the most, and I think what inspired me the most. But um to become a singer-songwriter, I didn't really think about, I don't know how to explain this. There wasn't really like a time I thought I wanted to be a singer-songwriter. It's just
Uh-huh.
that as I was living, I was doing what I wanted to do, and I was hoping it would be nice to make it a job. And yeah, it's working out for now,
Wonderful.
Working
hopefully.
out just
Yeah.
fine. Can I ask you a real quick question, Kimmy? You mind? I don't want to
Of
throw off your
course. No, please.
sincere. It sounds the way that you summed everything up, high school and your influences, and then you decided to come to Tokyo and see if you can make it happen. And you said, "And here I am. It happened." Did it happen as fast as you just explained it, or was it hard? Was it hard to break in to the music industry in Tokyo and get to where you are now to meet the great people that you're working with, or did it really happen because you're so talented and it happened quickly?
No. Well, of course, it's not like I'm my perfect self that I dream to be yet. Of course, I would like, as a singer-songwriter, there is so much more I have to learn, and there's like places I want to go. But um it wasn't easy at all, because when I first came to Tokyo, that was just around when I think COVID
Oh, what a
Japan.
time.
And yes, and there was like a 2-year blank where I couldn't really do anything.
Right.
So
That's
I
a
was,
hard time for artists.
and yeah, I was like ready to go to Tokyo, and I'm all excited, and couldn't do anything for 2 years. So yeah, I
How
was
did you
quite,
use that time
well, I did
as
write
an
songs.
artist? You
Mm,
wrote, okay.
I
right
did write
songs.
songs,
Yeah.
and I actually went to the mountains and decided to shoot videos there where nobody was, and wrote songs after I took those videos, and I released them online, yeah. And yeah, I was trying to do what I could do without meeting people.
Right. Well, must have been a hard time, but I'm sure you got a lot done in terms of creative. And then, so after COVID, I don't know, during COVID, I'm not sure, but how did you get to meet Kunimondo Takiguchi to form this band or join this band?
Well, it was actually um last year that I first met Kunimondo-san. and he actually reached out to me on Instagram.
Oh,
So yes, apparently he found me. I used to upload videos of me singing covers as well as my own songs, and he happened to find one of those, and he DM'd me. And well, and then I replied to that DM, but he invited me to join Ryusenkei. Of course, it was like a shorter DM, and he wanted to meet me and talk about it. However, it wasn't until like I believe half a year after that DM that I finally got to meet him. Yes. Okay, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it was
yeah.
yeah.
And then you got to meet him, and did you guys just go into a studio, or did you meet in a cafe, or
Um
what was your tell us about your first encounter?
right. So he so I was already in a different jimusho
Oh,
uh,
management. Yeah,
yeah,
different
and
management company.
management and labels. So
Uh-huh.
I think it was they had to do a lot of like discussion about that. So it was half a year later that I finally got to meet him. But he apparently had come to my live shows and he watched me several times, and he
Oh.
didn't even say hi because he didn't want to like make it too official before everything was like all set. So he saw me, but I never got to see him. And half a year later at my management uh agent, how do I say,
Management, yeah, your management
office?
company.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got to meet him, um my team and him. We finally got to meet and talk, and I that was actually when I finally learned about what's going on, like the details. And at that time we just talked and we got to know each other. But and the recording also started while like
A while later.
yeah, a while later.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
there were a lot of steps
Okay. Right. Right.
until we
Yes.
finally got into the
Very
record.
Japanese, but yes. So he was spying on you for a few months, coming to your show, not saying hello. And then if things were discussed behind the scenes, I guess. You finally got to meet Kunimondo. How did you feel? Like, how did you feel when you found out about it?
I was really happy. Oh, I again, Ryusenkei is a really different genre from what I do for my solo project. And city music, city pop. If you live in Japan, you listen to it somewhere, but I've never really dug deep into it. So after getting the invite, of course, I started listening to city pop, and it was it was really refreshing, and I really liked the sound. And I was excited to meet Kunimondo-san and talk about. I could tell that he knew a lot about music and the music industry, and he's been through a lot. So I was excited to talk about that. But when I first met him, he was wearing this hat, a really unique hat, and that was all I could remember about my first encounter with him.
Amazing. I
Like
think
like a hat twice his face size.
I bet that's the way he gets people to remember you, right?
Yeah, yes, and actually we are wearing that hat in the
Oh,
on the
yes,
cover
on the
for
on
the
the
I
pic
yes.
on the
I
artist
was going to
photo.
ask
Yes.
that. I was going to ask you, is it the hat like a hat that you were wearing?
Yes, it
You know
is.
what that is? Isn't that the hat that the from Curious George, the man in the big yellow hat? Isn't it almost like that?
Yes, it
Remember
looks
that?
like
It
yeah.
does.
Yeah, so I didn't think that the hat was going to be like a signature style for Ryusenkei, but we've been wearing it a lot. I've been wearing it a lot too now for our artist photo as well.
It works for you. It looks good.
And then tell us about the song we first aired, the Super Generation.
Yes, Super Generation is the lead song for our album, and it's the first song uh in the
The
album.
album, yeah.
And
I
yes,
really like it.
thank you so much. Thank you. We released this digitally first, and we have a music video for it as well. So yeah, and this song imagines different generations in Tokyo moving forward. So I think it's Cunimondo-san kind of looking at past generations and what he sees right now in the music industry, and he's trying to portray, I think, how he feels of the time moving. And yes,
And
so
then, yeah, okay.
the songs, Kunimondo-san writes the songs and I just sing it. So these are mostly his
Mm-hmm.
thoughts and his passion and the messages he wants to convey. And apparently he thinks that the current Tokyo, I think the way the generation moves, he hopes for a better how do I say? I don't think he's like super happy about it.
Okay.
And he hopes he thinks we shouldn't give up, and that for the music industry as well, he wishes for a better, I don't know, I don't think I'm able to convey this
Better,
perfectly.
Well, I
better
get it.
world.
Sincere,
Yeah.
So
I
is
think
that how you feel? Is it conveying how you're feeling right now at your age in the business?
Actually, I
Or do you
don't
relate to it at all?
this
Yeah, the lyrics and the message.
I think a lot of Kunimondo's songs, they have like a message that's easy for everyone to understand, and then his like ura message, like
the deeper message,
yeah,
the underlying message
yes. So he has like two
okay.
like themes. And when I first listened to it, it was very happy and uplifting, and I took it that way, and I listened to it that way, and I do relate to the happy message.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. And then what about the second song, あなたはトリコ or
トリコ、
Tricot?
あなたはトリコ also we released digitally, and this one is more of like romance
Mm.
themed, and it's I don't know, tsundere, if
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
kind of portraying a tsundere girl.
So tsundere, how the
Yeah.
best way to explain tsundere is your say you and I would be really mean to you and then really nice to you, like
Yes.
do the two extreme at once, so that
Yeah.
you go, oh my God, you're literally thrown off, and then you're suddenly next moment she's all over you, that kind of thing.
Yes. Yeah.
So
So
like a high school relationship.
kind of, yes. So like a tsundere girl would be mean to you on purpose to kind of get your attention, I think.
Yeah.
That's all my
Yes.
girlfriends. That explains all of them.
Yeah. There you go. Okay.
Yeah. Like
Great.
it's about Anata wa Toriko is about a tsundere girl who kind of is tsuyoki. She knows that the guy is into her, but then she kind of realizes that it's her who's
Oh,
more
right
him.
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Got it. So she thinks she's in charge, but she then realizes that she's in love
Yes.
with him more than he's in love with
Yes.
her. That kind of. Okay, very nice story. Um, let's take a break, but I'd love to listen to more music. Shall we go? Can you introduce another song?
Yes. Let's play Tsuki no Pulse.
Moonbeams.
Moonbeams,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, here we go.